So we are back at the Surge Equestrian League 2026. We've had 3 fabulous events with the small, medium and big tour. Some fabulous talent on display. Coming up next, the under 16.
Yes, we have 19 riders joining us for our next class. Some really, really great competitors out there. And it's lovely to see so many of our young riders coming through and supporting the Equestrian League.
Well, the sun is shining brightly. Let's see if our rising stars can shine even brighter.
Surge. Surge. I'm well aware this is not just another day. The sunlight shines and shows me the way. Surge. Surge. We can be gentle, there's no need for force. Love is the vibe with you and me and my horse. Surge. You can't explain it unless it's real. And the feeling of victory is something I feel. I know I can do this. This is my course. It's only my thoughts, me and my horse. You might feel like the world is standing still. And sometimes things can go against your will. That is the time to put your cards on the table. Just eat, sleep, ride, repeat at Surge Stable. Surge. Surge.
Welcome back, and we have the course fly through for the small tour under 16 competition. The heights are at about 100 centimeters. The course has been changed slightly from the previous competitions. You can see the line from 1 to 2 remains the same, but the turns from 3 to 4 and subsequently from 4 to 5 and 5 to 6 have been altered slightly for this competition. So a nice left-handed turn from 4 coming up to an oxer at 5, and then the related distance between 5 and 6. So plenty of challenges for the young riders who are going to be doing the under 16 competition. And we go from 6 all the way to 7, which is in the same location as the previous rounds. And from 7, the riders would go to the combination 8A and 8B alongside the jury box that remains in the same place, and the turn from 8B to 9, which gave quite a few riders a few headaches. This is going to be the most challenging part of this course. And from 9 all the way to the yellow and white vertical 10, and a turning to the right to complete the course at jump number 11. We will be following the same rules. It's a 2-phase special competition. The speed has come down to 325 meters per minute. The time allowed in phase 1 goes up from 33 to 38 seconds, and phase 2, the time allowed is 53 seconds. So the riders will have to make sure they don't incur any time penalties in phase 1 or phase 2. And of course, the penalties will be taken for phase 1 and phase 2 added up together. And in case riders have equal number of penalties, the faster rider in phase 2 will be placed higher. We are ready to get started. Small tour under 16. First rider is in the arena. We'll get things started with Shushruta on Felloti, representing the Embassy International Riding School. She had done the see the riders doing the course walk on your screen. This was recorded earlier. still have a couple of minutes to start. The first rider will be at 11:30 sharp, so a couple of more minutes. This is being shown on clipmyhorse.tv and the live link on YouTube, so you guys can share the link with friends and family. They can be updated with all the action coming to you live from the Search Stable, Bengaluru. All the discussions going on during the course walk, which was recorded a few minutes ago. Riders listening to their coaches, trying to figure out which lines they're going to ride, what would be suitable for their specific horse. Looks like we are ready to go. The judges have given the bell, which means the rider has 45 seconds to get started. And Shushruta on Felloti would be the first rider in the arena. Jump number 1 remains in the same place as you've seen all day today. 1 and 2. Nice big jump over 2, plenty of time in the air. So the heights are not going to be too much of a challenge for these horses, but the riders are going to have to keep them going forward. And the timing of phase 2 will be considered in case there is any rider with equal number of penalties. And she's done a great job of getting through phase 1, no penalties. And she is in phase 2. Takes the long way around from 7 to 8. Some of the riders, as you had seen in the previous rounds, were going the shorter route. Nicely done through the combination at 8. Okay, 2 more jumps to go. Doing a great job at the moment. And a nice turn to the last fence, number 11 coming up. And a wonderful round by Shushruta on Felloti. Our first rider having a clear round.
Yes, and in a time there of 38.99 for her second pace. So well done to Shushruta, who's definitely set the pace for our small under 16 tour. Next in the arena, we welcome Samarth riding Cyber Boom, wearing head number 49 representing URB. And we saw just a bit of discussion going on between fences 1 and 2, and unfortunately that is a refusal there at fence 2.
Seems like he got in quite close, didn't really see the takeoff point, and then Cyberboom said, nope, I'm not going to take the risk. Oh,
and unfortunately
he has come off. Good news is his body protector has opened, so he looks absolutely fine. He looks to be fine. He just came off when the horse refused jump number 2 for the second time. Looks to be fine. So
just give him a round of applause for getting up there and wishing this combination the best of luck for their next competition.
Yep, you can see the effectiveness of that body protector. When he came off, I think he had a little bit of a contact with the wings of the jump, but walks away absolutely fine. So good news for Samarth. He's okay. And the next rider is Aamir on Darcy, going to be entering the arena shortly. Head number 29 representing Kovai Stables. So Aamir and Darcy have been working hard in preparations at the Hyderabad Polo and Riders Club. Come all the way here to Surge Stable Bengaluru to compete in the small tour under 16 in the arena. Looks like the fence has been fixed up once again. Our course designer is happy. He's given the thumbs up and looks like we are ready to go for rider number 3, Aamir on Darcy, representing Kovai Stable.
And we've seen Darcy out a number of times, and she was quite a comfortable horse in the approach to the fences, and very nicely done there over fence number 2. So a good start for this combination.
Yeah, keeping the rhythm going. This horse has quite a forward stride, so as long as the riders are keeping the balance, Darcy definitely knows what to do.
And a nice big turn there, preparing for fence number 5. And going clear there in the first phase. Little tap on fence 6, but has stayed up.
It goes through nicely, takes the sharp turn from 6 to 7 and a sharp turn from 7 to 8. That is risky, but well done. Excellent bit of riding by Aamir.
Very well placed turn there for fence number 9. We saw was causing some issues for the riders in the previous classes, but that was very nicely done. A little deep into fence 10, but the fence has stayed up.
Yep, one fence to go. And could give us a clear round. Yes, a very, very nice round by Aamir on Darcy.
Yes, and in a time there of 37.7.
So the time was good, and that has put him in the lead. Aamir on Darcy, the new leader, set a very good time in phase 2. Very intelligent riding. It didn't look like he was rushing too much, but did the turn from 6 to 7 and 7 to 8 extremely well.
Yes, and next in the arena we welcome Vedik on T9. Now we know this is a very quick combination when they get going, so now that Aamir has set that time to beat on Darcy, let's see what Vedik and T9 will deliver.
Nicely over the second fence. Give it a tap, but it stayed in place. And they've seen most of the senior riders go through this course before. It should give them a lot of confidence. In fact, the most technical part of the course is the same as the previous round, so the young riders definitely could have learnt a lot by watching the medium and big tour.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The first phase is clear. Now going into the second phase, and this is when we start to see the speed pick up and sharper turns taken.
It's taken the long way around jump number 4 and jump number 1 to come for the combination at 8A and 8B. Nicely done. Balances the horse, looking for a good approach to 9. A little unlucky, lost a bit of momentum in the turn. You could see the horse was cross-cantering and takes down the front pole at jump number 9. So he's going to pick up 4 penalties for the drop, but he has only one more fence to go. And a nice finish to the round for Vedik on T9, representing Kovai Stable.
Yes, and he completed with just the 4 penalties there, and in a time of 50.68. So well done there to Vedik and T9.
So the times for the riders to keep in mind in this competition: phase 1 is 38 seconds and phase 2 is 53 seconds. That is the time allowed. So if they go over that time, they will have time penalties.
And next in the arena is Kripa Jain riding Pat, riding in horse number 52 and representing EIRS. very, very steady start to her round. Very nicely cleared on fences 1 and 2. And a good turn to approach on fence 3.
Yeah, I've seen this horse do many a competition in the South Indian circuit. Very successful horse even at the junior nationals. So Pat, lovely horse to take the young riders around the course. Knows his job, so as long as he's pointed in the right direction and has enough momentum going, he's going to figure a way out, and does that well. So took the shorter turn from 6 to 7 and 7 to 8. He's going to come into the combination now. Put in a bit of a half stride, but the poles stay up. Okay, so this is going to be a good time. If he can keep the next 2 fences down, he's in with a chance. Pat and Kripa Jain. Nice turn from 10 to 11. Well done. Now we will wait for the time and see if she could get ahead of Aamir on Darcy. 32.83. We wait for the judges. And we have a new leader. Kripa Jain on Pat. 32.83. That is the time to beat. The time, of course, is only for phase 2. And next in the arena, we have Samrat Shreeharsha on Carrido, representing the United Riders barn. Carrido says no, something about jump number 2, which he doesn't like. So he's going to have to come back and do it again.
A nice bit of encouragement there by our young rider. And it's nice to see how mature they are in settling the horses back down again after this had a little bit of a spook at any of their fences.
Absolutely, you don't want to get the horse even more worked up. And the horse responds nicely, says maybe there was something in that jump last time around, but seems to be confident to go through on the second attempt. Gets a little close to jump number 4, but it stays in place.
So carrying 4 penalties through from phase 1, we're now moving through into our phase 2 element. A little misstep there coming into fence number 7 and a tap on that pole, but it has stayed up. Yep. And taking the long approach into the combination in front of our judges box.
So that's a nervous moment for the coach, because he doesn't know if he's going to put in that half stride or take off early. But these are experienced show jumpers, so they figured it out quite easily. And a drop on jump number 9. Clears 10. One more fence to go for Samrat Shreeharsha and Carrido. And over the last fence, he may end up with a few time faults in phase 1. I think he's just made it in phase 2. 52.10, time allowed is 53, so phase 2 looks okay. We'll have to check with the judges about the time penalties for phase 1, if any.
And back in our main arena, we welcome Eera Shreeharsha, and she is riding Asvah in head number 48, representing URB.
Yeah, it's great to see these young riders managing these big horses. Definitely not an easy task. They've all done a good job so far.
And Asvah is looking very keen into these jumps and has cleared the first 2 fences very nicely. Good positioning here by Eera. A little tap there on fence number 3. and number 4, but all the fences have stayed up.
So one more fence to go in phase 1. Unfortunately, a bit of a refusal over there, and she has come off. Looks to be okay. The body protector has opened. Someone can please get a hold of the horse. She looks to be fine. Rider looks okay. Someone can get a hold of Asvah, that would be great. And he looks to be in the far corner. Yeah.
So we see Eera walking away, so we think she is fine. But obviously, again, a big round of applause for our rider and wishing them the very best of luck in their next competition. We're just going to wait for Asvah to be led out by the grooms and ensure that the main arena is safe for our next rider to have the bell.
Yep, the next rider in the arena is Sanjay Ramaraju on Condero from the Archie Horse Riding Club in Hyderabad. So they've travelled a long way to compete at this Surge Equestrian League.
Yes, and it is so nice to see some new riders and representing stables from far afield here at our Surge Equestrian League. And there we have the bell from the judges and Sanjay making his approach into fence number 1.
Another rider at a refusal at 2. There's something about that jump number 2 which seems to be putting off the horses.
And it has been a fence that's challenged many riders across all of the classes we've had. So it has been an interesting fence in day 1.
Gets through on the second attempt. Maybe it's something beyond the fence which is actually just ticking the horses a little bit off, but he gets through. He's done with 3 and 4.
He has definitely accelerated, which you want to have nice clear rounds, and unfortunately that goes into a second refusal there for Sanjay, and that results in an elimination for him in this class on day 1. He has requested from the judges to take a final jump, and this has been given to him. This is also a very nice opportunity for the horses to exit the main arena on a good note.
Next rider is Kilaru on Dream Boy, head number 50 from the EIRS.
Yeah, Hem had a bit of a difficult day yesterday, just in the clear round, getting Dream Boy to settle down. But let's wishing them the best of luck in today's competition.
Yeah, I think some of the riders who had an issue with the filling at the jump number 7 yesterday are quite relieved that that is not part of their course today. So I think the experienced horses didn't look at that jump a second time, but the younger horses definitely had a look. But it's not part of the small tour under 16, so riders are going about it.
And looking quite positive and focused this morning. And opting to take nice wide turns to really set Dream Boy up for a good approach.
Phase 1 is not against the clock, but you still have to make it within the time allowed. That was a very sharp turn. didn't really have the momentum going, so the horse just backed off and said, nope, I'm not going to do it from this angle. Got to come back and give it a try again. Yeah, so doing the turn from 6 to 7 can be quite risky. The rider knows the sequence, but for the horse it may come up as a surprise. Oh, looks like he's had a run out at jump number 9. So needed to be on the left lead because it's on a left circle, but he was on the right lead, and you can see the horse just going out through his shoulder. Just missed the jump completely, so unfortunately that brings him to the end of this round.
Yes, an unfortunate elimination there for Hem and Dream Boy. But next in the arena, we welcome Kapilesh, riding Klaver. We have head collar number 30 and representing Kovai. Now, we've seen Klaver out many times before, and they are always a very enjoyable ride to watch. So setting quite a speedy pace here in our first phase. But so far we are clear after fence number 4. And unfortunately there a early takeoff and resulted in the back pole of fence 5 coming down for the combination, and now heading into our second phase. Same little hesitation there in fence 7, however poles have stayed up.
Yeah, one of the more consistent performers in the children's category. Klaver has done really well over the last year and a half. Just a bit unlucky at jump number 5. So he's going to have a good time, but unfortunately the 4 penalties at jump number 5 are going to hurt him in the overall standing, but completes the round well. Kapilesh and Klaver, 4 jumping penalties.
Yes, and completed there in a time of 37.41. So just waiting for our next rider to join us in the arena. And here we have him, Diego Marren on Theo in head number 51, representing EIRS.
We're just beyond the halfway stage. We have a total of 19 entries in this competition. And number 11, Diego Marren on Theo, representing the EIRS. He is ready to go, approaching the first jump. You can see Theo is a very experienced horse, quite an intelligent show jumper. He takes a little bit of a hop before the takeoff point, just steadying himself. Unfortunately, the related distance between 3 and 4 catches him off guard, and he takes down the pole at 4. 4 penalties for Diego. Keep things going. He's into phase 2.
So opting here to take the wider line for Theo as he prepares him for fence number 7, and he'll probably stay on the outside line to fence 8.
Yeah, he's using this more like a training round. Just keeping the horse going, having a nice experience. The same riders will come back tomorrow. The heights will go up a little bit, so he wants to have the horse in the best shape for tomorrow's competition. Nicely over 9.
Yes, and you can see how well he prepared for fence number 9. He was already looking at it as he came over the B combination. He really didn't want to run out on that one, and he did a really good job.
Over the last fence, a time of 50.68. That's within the time allowed, but the 4 penalty is definitely going to hurt him in the overall standings. But a nice round by Diego Marren on Theo. And the next rider is Indukuri Sauryaram on Happyness. Also from the Archie Horse Riding Club in Hyderabad.
So Happyness was out yesterday with a different rider, and unfortunately there for Indukuri there is a refusal there on fence number 1.
Seemed like the approach was good, the horse just didn't want to do the jump. He comes back, does it well on the second attempt. Okay, looks like he's got him going nicely now. Nicely over 5, and he is done with phase 1, goes into phase 2, of course with the 4 penalties of the refusal at jump number 1.
And opting as well to take the wider lines coming through into the combination in front of the judges box at fence 8. And already preparing there for fence number 9. We've seen quite a few run outs on that one, but not a problem on the run out, but unfortunately has taken down the front pole on fence 9.
Yeah, just losing a little bit of focus. Going along well, but just a few errors on the course. But approaching the last fence. Completely missed the takeoff with his back legs, so takes the pole down. He's had 1 refusal and he's had 2 knocks. So a total of 12 penalties, jumping penalties for Indukuri. We'll have to wait and see the timing. So generally when riders have a refusal, they need to be a little more alert about the time allowed, because there's always the potential for having additional time penalties when you have a refusal.
Yeah, and we do have a withdrawal, rider number 13 from this class. So we're moving now into rider number 14. This is Avanti Apte riding William Wallace in the head collar number 23 and representing Goodwill Stud Farm.
I think they had a nice round in the warm-ups yesterday, so it should be interesting. Yeah, this is a nice forward horse, perfectly suited for the speed classes.
Little tap there on fence number 4, but so far we are clear here in our first phase for Avanti and William Wallace.
Nicely over 5 and 6, and she is into phase 2 with no jumping penalties on the board. Going the long way around, giving plenty of time to William Wallace to look at the combination at 8.
And nicely done there over the combination. Little tap on the B element, but again has stayed up, and 9 is clear.
Getting a little faster and a little flatter. She's got to be careful. Only 1 more fence to go though. Approaching number 11 and over. Wonderful round by Avanti Apte on William Wallace. No jumping penalties. Look like no time penalties. So good round.
Yes, and I think she'll be delighted with that round. It was a really nice forward round for that combination. Next in the arena we have Rhea Batura riding Zara in head number 77 and representing ARC. Now, this combination was out yesterday, and again a little bit tricky for Rhea, but let's see how Zara settles into today's course.
Definitely a challenging horse to ride because Zara has such a bounding stride, very difficult to sit in the saddle, and you're always wondering when the takeoff is going to come. But yeah, has jump number 4 down. Lost her stirrups. Take them back. Yeah, looks like she's got her stirrups back, and she's making her way from number 6 to number 7. Good recovery.
Yes, but unfortunately she's probably going to be picking up some time penalties on that. This is the speed phase.
Yeah.
So Rhea will be trying to make some adjustments now to see what she can do to not drop away too far behind the time allowed.
Nicely through the combination at 8 and over jump number 9. Only 2 more fences to go for Rhea. Well, she's doing a great job. This is not an easy horse to ride, and she's doing a great job to keep him going forward. And 1 more fence to go. Got lucky on that. And we wait for the judges to give us number of penalties, 57.80, so there will be some time penalties. The time allowed in phase 2 was 53 seconds.
Okay, and joining us now in the main arena we have Ahana Jena riding Something Big, head number 53 from Goodwill Stud Farm.
So we're up to serial number 16. We have a total of 19 entries in this competition, 1 withdrawal. So Ahana on Something Big. Just looking over at the judges box, waiting for the bell. Given. So, rider is given 45 seconds. If a rider fails to start, it does not incur any penalty. It just means the timing will start. So the rider may end up losing a few seconds. However, if the rider decides to start before the bell is given, that is an automatic elimination. So, Ahana on Something Big. They are on the way. Over 1 and 2.
Very early takeoff there into 3, but good spread. Unfortunately didn't manage to get the distance correct there for fence number 4 and has unfortunately taken down the pole there. And another pole there on fence 6 drops, so carrying 8 penalties into phase 2.
Doing the turns really well, so the intent to have a good time is there. Something Big. Number 9 coming up. Nicely done over 9. Quite a bit of clearance over the fence, so this horse can certainly jump. Approaching the last fence, number 11 for Ahana. A good round by Ahana, just a little unlucky here and there, but well done.
Yes, and completing there in a time of 33.55. So our leader still sitting at Kripa Jain on Pat. Time to beat 32.83.
Yeah, so you can see that time can be beaten. The previous rider was at 33, so not too far away from the leading time, but the riders have to keep the fences up. So if they want to be in the fight for the win, they have to start with a clear round, and then they need to be faster than 32.83. Shushruta on Madam L, the next rider in the arena. Definitely a horse rider partnership which can make it happen. So Madam L has been a very careful show jumper. We've seen This horse do many competitions with the Yashan Kambata in the past. So plenty of talent and skill. And looks like she's keeping the momentum going from the very first jump, so the horse knows exactly what is expected. Looks to be going clear. She's over the first phase without any problems. Had a little bit of a balance issue from 6 to 7, but she's taken the long way around from 7 to 8. That's going to hurt her a little bit in the time. Let's see if she can make it up by putting in some fast strides. Approaching 9. Okay, this is looking close. There are only 2 more fences to go. 10 and 11. Over 10 and approaching 11, 32. She's just over the time, but a fabulous performance by Shushruta on Madam L, 36.30. Should put her in the placings. 32.83 is still the time to beat. That should put her in second place, I'm told. Of course, the judges will verify the time and give us the official results at the end of the round. But a good round by Shushruta on Madam L puts her currently in second place.
Yes, and in the arena now we have Samarth Shreeharsha, and he's riding Kingston. Now, he was out earlier today and unfortunately did not complete the course. He had a little fall, so we hope he's doing okay. And let's see if today's ride in this under-16 tour will be a better one for him.
Yep, he's definitely doing more than okay. He looks very confident on Kingston. And this is a horse which can give you some fabulous results in the speed classes. He's got a big stride, but very much in control. But the goal for any of the riders in this event is going to be to go clear. And he's doing that well. A good turn from 6 to 7. He's definitely in it to win it. He takes the short turn to 8. Nicely done. The poles are staying up. This is going to be a fabulous round. Unfortunately, he has number 9 down. I think he will be the fastest by a few seconds, but the 4 faults at number 9 are going to knock him off the top spot. 32.55. That would have been good enough to put him in the lead. Unfortunately, jump number 9 went down, so 4 jumping penalties for Samarth Shreeharsha on Kingston. But give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. He's just had a fall. He's come back full of courage. So, good job.
Yes, very well done to that combination. And our final rider in our under-16 small tour, we welcome Aamir, riding Western style, representing Kovai, riding in head number 24.
So Aamir had a lovely round on Darcy, coming back now on Western style. He's the last rider. He knows the time to beat. Gonna give it 110%. Yeah, jumping well. So 1 and 2 done. This horse has a nice forward stride, so the time is not going to be a problem, but dropping jump number 3 is definitely going to be a problem.
Yeah, we could see it coming into fence number 2. It took off a little bit early and carried that through onto jump number 3 and knocking down the back pole of that oxer. Another fence down on number 5, so carrying penalties into the second round.
Yep, taking it easy now. He's got 8 penalties on the board, so no point in pushing too hard, but a good chance to give the horse a good experience so he can come back stronger tomorrow.
Very nicely done there into fence number 9.
Yeah, the jumps that he's getting a good takeoff point. The horse really has a nice flow to it, but just a little careless in a couple of the jumps. So better luck next time. A nice round by Aamir on Western style. He had 2 fences down, so 8 jumping penalties. The time looked absolutely fine. So that brings us to the end of the small tour under 16 competition. We will give you the results very shortly. We'll just get the judges to verify and give us the official results.
Yes, I do think Kripa Jain Pat managed to hold on to her lead there in the small under 16 tour, and we are just waiting for those final results to come up on our big screen for all of our spectators, and as soon as they are up we will be making the announcement. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. 6th place went to Samarth Shreeharsha riding Kingston.
In 5th place we had Avanti Apte on William Wallace.
4th place today goes to Shushruta on Felloti.
3rd place Aamir on Darcy.
And Shushruta took 2nd place again, this time with Madam L.
And winning the competition, Kripa Jain on Pat.
So well done to all of our under 16 competitors. Really great class, and to watch all of these young riders taking part has been a joy. Stay with us as we go through the highlights of the class, and our ground team are going to be resetting for our final class this morning, which will be our novice tour.